In this video, I'll show you a project that transforms small pieces of wood into something both useful and sellable. Watch until the end and don't miss a single step of the process. In this project, I will use small cedar pieces. They are just over 30 centimeters long, about 5.5 centimeters wide, and 5 centimeters thick. First, I will pass all the pieces through the planer, reducing them to 5 centimeters by 4.5 centimeters. While I adjust the measurements, hit like and subscribe if you haven't already. That way, you'll always stay up to date with new content, posted every week. Here, I will trim both sides to square them up. The final length will be 26 centimeters. This Freud saw blade is an excellent choice for precise and smooth cuts in woodworking. With 40 high-quality teeth and ATB technology, it ensures impressive crosscuts and rip cuts with great precision. The PermaShield coating reduces friction and prevents resin buildup, enhancing durability and efficiency. Get yours. Just click the first link in the description. In the next step, I'll be using the router with a 12mm dovetail bit and this side guide with a bearing. It will be used to machine 2 corners on each piece. The bit is set to 6mm depth and the guide is set to 8mm. The machining was done on the part of the piece that's 4.5 centimeters wide. On the table saw, I will cut all pieces in this position. This part will be 17 millimeters thick. Do you watch the channel's videos every week? Let me know in the comments. I love knowing who's with me on this creative journey. Now, I will use the router again with the same bit, but with the side guide. I've attached an extension, a very straight piece of wood. This time, the machining will be done in the center of these 3 pieces. Now, I will adjust the guide to remove this part left in the center. In the next step, I will make marks with the combination square. I've set it to 20 millimeters and will make marks on both ends of all pieces. I changed the square's measurement to 22.5 millimeters, which is half the width, so I'll mark it in the opposite direction. At these points, I will drill with a hand drill and a 25mm Forstner bit. The depth will be 20 millimeters. I used masking tape to mark the depth. This is how it turned out. I will repeat the same process on these 2 pieces. With the rotor and a 16mm straight bit, I will remove this part from the center. I've set the bit to 10 millimeters from the guide and will make the cut gradually. I will remove 5 millimeters at a time until the hole is open from end to end. Did you know that by leaving a like, you help me keep bringing free content to this channel? It's quick, costs you nothing, and helps me a lot. The result turned out like this. I'll set these parts aside for now and make some markings on these. I've already set it to the square, adjusted to 15 millimeters, and I will mark at the ends. I'll do the same here. Once again, using the router, now with this bit for a U-shaped groove, 12 millimeters. I'll make a groove from end to end on each of the pieces. The markings I made will define where the machining should stop. I've set the bit to 22 millimeters from the guide. This way, the groove will be right in the center. The depth is about 5 millimeters. Next, I'll use this 1.5 millimeter drill bit to drill a hole in one of the sides. It will be drilled at an angle, right in the center of the piece. The depth is approximately 1 centimeter. With this 4 millimeter bit, I will drill another hole in one of the sides on these 3 parts. The hole will be made here, slightly above the bottom. Now I'll assemble them. These will serve as lids. The assembly will be done like this. I'll make sure everything is well aligned. Once again, using the router with this 25 millimeter corner round over bit, I'm going to slightly round all the corners of every item. I'm curious to know if you figured out what I'm making before the end. Let me know in the comments. Did you guess it early or only at the end? Next, I'll sand everything using 180 grit sandpaper. The manual sanding will start with 320 grit paper and then with a finer one. This piece has the lid a little too tight, so I'll sand the joints to fit better. Okay, it fits perfectly now. The interior will also be sanded. To finish the sanding, I will use an even finer sandpaper. Well, after sanding everything thoroughly, I'll apply the final finish using this clear spray varnish. If you want to bring your own creations to life, I've handpicked some essential tools that are highly rated by buyers. They'll help you achieve outstanding results and even turn your passion into profit. Check out the links in the description and the first comment. Well, folks, here's the finished project. Today, I made 3 incense holders. They're perfect for organizing incense sticks and also work great for burning the incense. A great way to repurpose wood scraps and turn them into a useful item that can even be sold to make some income. What did you think of this creation? Let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear your opinion and respond to you. Don't forget to share this project with your friends who work with wood. I'm sure it'll be a great idea for them. More inspiring projects will appear on your screen. Click and transform your creativity. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.